Well, it's all getting rather exciting. We're through the last 16 of the Europa League and definitely feel like that's a competition we can win. We're through the fifth round of the FA Cup. We're through to the semi-final of the EFL Cup with the second leg of that semi-final today. We're already 5-0 up, so a chance to defend our crown in that one. And we're technically in first in the Premier League. More on that in a minute. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2024 and another part of non-league to Champions League with South Shields. Today we are back with two matches in, one in the Premier League against relegation candidates Leeds United before taking on Brighton in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Since you were last with me, we have won every single game. We've won 9 in a row. Bournemouth, we beat them 5-0. Patterson, Joel, Mora and Lewis Skelly on the score sheet alongside Guimaraes. Before I continue, we did do some January business. Obviously, Husa left at the end of last episode. You're quite aware of that. Bit of a disaster for him to be leaving. We also managed to offload Adrian Mazilu. He went to Saudi Arabia for £19 million. Very good deal for us there. Andres Gonzalez has gone out on loan to Nottingham Forest until the end of the season. Hopefully he finds some form. And then Karim Kanate has gone to Monaco on a loan deal. He will more than likely make that deal permanent. It's an optional fee of £75 million. He's made a good start there, but it just hasn't done it for us, has he? Marakal has gone to CSKA Moscow and Brockstedt has gone out to Crystal Palace. So a fair amount of players that weren't getting much first-team football have left the club. We have brought in 3 new signings. Ian Matson has joined from PSV Eindhoven, 31-year-old Dutch international left-back. Can also play at centre-back, can play wing-back, can play anywhere really that you need him to play. He's come in for £14.5 million, has made a decent start to life here at South Shields. Little bit of experience, needed somebody to come in because we couldn't really replace Husa with anyone of the same quality. So what I've done is moved Masudi into the centre of defence and brought Matson in at left back. The next one, this is a big signing. Thomas Chevalier, we brought him in on a free transfer, or we're going to bring him in on a free transfer in the summer, but we decided to make the deal permanent immediately. He's a 25-year-old French international striker, can also play on either wing, has scored bags of goals for Strasbourg over the years. Looks very, very promising indeed. He's a 4-star player, leading Premier League, and he's come in for £21.5 million straight away. We would have had him for free in the summer, but I'm very excited about that. He's come in basically as the direct Canate replacement. We also managed to sign Alessandro Donadel, £27.5 million. He's a 20-year-old Belgian wonder kid. Looks very, very good indeed. Plays on the left wing, but can also play defensive midfield in the middle of the park or in behind the striker. Has got some excellent attributes. Already a 3.5-star player. Could be a 5-star potential. He's come in from Bruges, looks very, very good, and that was again a signing to sort of stop other teams from getting him. So anyway, back to how we've got on. We beat Birmingham 6-1 in the FA Cup. We beat West Ham 3-2 in the league. Brighton 5-0. Southampton 2-0. Rapid Vienna 4-2. Burnley 3-1. Celtic 4-2. And most recently Aston Villa 1-0. 9 victories in a row. It is our record-breaking streak to match us with season 1. I think that was the last time that we won 9 in a row, and that was this run here. in a very similar time of year, but we've never managed to go that many in a row since. So we can break that record today against Brighton, Leeds, and then, of course, extend it against Brighton. We have got then 2 matches in a row against Liverpool, but realistically, the next episode is going to be the Carabao Cup final, which of course will be episode 100. So really excited to get into that when that comes. Anyway, top goal scorer is Bontonali with 17. We've got 13 for Mora, 12 for Sione, 12 for Nwaneri, and 11 each for Coutinho and Patterson. To have 6 players above 10 goals for the season speaks volumes, really. And then we've got Gressman there on 8, Asante there on 7, and I reckon Chevalier will get there by the end of the season. Top assists is Chamadeu with 16, 12 there for Coutinho, and 7 each for Sione, Oliver and Lewis Skelly. And top average rating is Alex Sione with a 7.4, along with Ian Matson, who's come in and done a 7.4, but Chamadeu right up there on a 7.36. Right, let's have a little look at the team for today then. James Trafford starts in goal with Brodie Hughes, Collins, Masudi and Matson in defence. We've got Oliver and Lewis Skelly holding the midfield, with Patterson, Nwaneri and Sione stand behind, Chevalier up top. Very, very strong bench, as we know. Alan Murphy is out injured. He's got a virus at the moment. Coutinho's got a cold, and Junior Chamadeu is suspended. Okie dokie, let's get into the match then. It's a big one. It really is a big one. We know it. It could be a bit of a banana skin, 10 matches won in a row. That would be absolutely incredible, but it shows how much progress we've made. We have had a fairly favourable run of teams within that run, though. We know Liverpool is coming very, very soon. Now, I said we're technically first in the Premier League. We are third at the moment, but if we do win our 2 games in hand, that would take us to the top. So if you look at the little sort of flight path of the teams throughout the season, we are currently designated as first, which is absolutely incredible. So I'm hoping that we can keep that going. I think we are title contenders, but can we beat the likes of Man United and Chelsea, Liverpool on the big days? That remains to be seen. By the way, Pep Guardiola has been sacked as Arsenal manager. It didn't work out for him there. I think a very, very harsh and almost unrealistic decision. There's no way Arsenal would have sacked Guardiola, in my opinion, even though they were struggling a little bit. Since sacking him, they've continued to struggle, and I don't think they've won a game since he was sacked. So, a big decision for Arsenal to make that, and I don't believe they would do that. Guardiola is undisputed GOAT in this game. I think in this world has now won 12 consecutive league titles, including 3 in a row at Paris Saint-Germain. So, that streak was always going to come to an end. But, for him to be sacked was crazy. Lewis Skelly into the middle. Here's Sione, and he scores. And that was my only real concern with Alex Sione, even though he's got so many goals, so many assists, and our highest average rating. Actually, in the Premier League, he's still beneath a 7 with his average rating. Hasn't had many goals, hasn't had many assists, but good start to this match. Cuts inside, scores the goal, makes it 1-0. And Chevalier on a 7. And actually being able to play him as a complete forward, one of my absolute favourite roles in the game. And the way I like to look at it is a sort of Harry Kane role, who will bring everybody into play, but will also score goals for fun as well. That's not what you want to see, though. Bojan Ivanovic has just equalised for Leeds, and Leeds have been a bit of a bogey team for us in the past, actually. They did beat us on the last day of the season last year, and I seem to remember Bojan Ivanovic was somebody that was getting goals there. So, yeah, we do need to be a little bit careful. We don't want to be complacent here, but we need to get the 3 points and set ourselves up for that semi-final, which we are 5-0 up on. I would expect that we will get through, but fingers crossed we can We can keep the win streak going. Here's Brodie Hughes. He whips it into the middle. Laser header, and that should have really been 2-1. It must have hit the post. That was well wide, if not. But Sione having a good game, getting himself involved, and hopefully we can keep that going. But just, those couple of signings could really make the difference, I think, in this second half of the year. And, hopefully it'll give Mora a little bit of motivation as well, seeing another striker come through the door. Here's Wanyeri. Wanyeri with a great chance, whips it in. Oh, and Chevalier was there. Here's Patterson. Now Oliver. Ooh, and Sione gets there. Here he is, gets it to Matson now. And there he is, Wanyeri with the goal. Somehow started all of that, got out onto the left-hand side, ended it in the 6-yard box, and is the one to put it into the back of the net. He's probably been my favourite signing of the season, just simply because I can put him anywhere that I want in that front four, and I know that he will deliver. And he certainly has done that. Makes it 2-1. That's what we like to see. Okay, that puts us up to second for now. And obviously we have got a game in hand, but we are still in contention for a quadruple. Obviously not the quadruple, but a quadruple. And I don't see why not. We're really, really pushing hard, and there's Matson with a goal, and he's been a revelation since joining the club on that left-hand side. Masudi moving into central defence, I think, has been a stroke of genius, really, to replace Hussein. I think in the summer, realistically, we'll end up going in, especially if we qualify for the Champions League, we'll have to buy a Husa level of defender, but for now, Masudi is a great replacement for half a season. There were a couple of options, but we were looking at spending £80 million, which is how much we just brought in for Husa. So it didn't seem to make a great deal of sense to me to do that. But what a goal that is from Prestiani, by the way. And Leeds are back in it all of a sudden at half time. Right, let's see what we can do here, because there's a couple of players underperforming. Nicholas Oliver is one of those, so I'm going to put Donadai in there. Danny Patterson is going to come off as well. Donovan Robertson, he's been recalled from his loan deal. Had a decent loan spell at Norwich, and I thought, you know what, we can give him a bit of a chance in the second half of the season. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to put him on the right-hand side today. I'm going to give him that opportunity. If he doesn't quite make it, that's fine. We'll put him out on loan again next season. But I'm hoping that he can come in. He's come through our youth system, so he's an absolute shoe-in for European registration, because you have to have 4 homegrown and club players in that 25-man squad. So, we have struggled to fill those slots. Cromie's the only obvious other one, but he's just declined so much in the last couple of years. It's a real shame. Oh, this is a chance. I think he's off. Is he? Well, maybe not. The flag stays down. I think we're going to have to maybe put more on. I'm a bit confused how this wasn't offside. Well, Masudi was there, wasn't he? Nah, okay. Well, that is a bit of a strange one. Right. We're going to bring on Mora up top. It's annoying that Donovan Robinson is not having a good game. Oh, dear. What do we do here? This is a risky decision because he's only just come on, but wasn't playing well enough, so we're going to put Bontonali on. Yeah. It's a risky choice, but if you don't believe he's going to change the game, then get him off. But 3-3, it's a disappointing result, this, if we don't get over the line and get our record-breaking streak going. I'll be gutting. We might not ever get another chance to do it. It's sort of been circumstance that's allowed us to win 9 games in a row. Here's Prestiani. We might even lose this game. Prestiani into the middle. And Ivanovic misses from close range, but Brodie Hughes all over the place there. And right, we've got one more thing to be able to do. We're going to bring on Gressman for the last 5 minutes. I'm going to hope and pray that this is our highlight. Here's Garner. This is a good run from Garner. All of a sudden, we're looking very open in defence, and Brodie Hughes, as I say, very, very unlike him, but he has cost us the game. I said Leeds United, bit of a bogey team, but when we were 3-1 up, I really did not expect that we would lose this one. But that's exactly what we've ended up doing. Oh dear, right. 7 minutes at a time. Here's Maatsen. Bontonali. Donadai. Here's Masudi now. Masudi with the shot, and it's over the bar. Right. Let's see what we can do. Gonna berate the boys. Gonna try and get stuck in here. And I think we're gonna try and change the tactic. It's all gone wrong. Still got 3 minutes, so right, Lewis Skelly moves forward. Bontonali and Gressman. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. Have 2 complete forwards. We'll move him forward. Move him forward. Damn it. I was hoping that we'd win 10 games in a row, but it's not going to happen now. And there it is. And that's a disappointing defeat, really. A really disappointing defeat. That shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have ever happened. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We can't change it now. We just want it to be back in January, clearly. But yes, poor defeat there. It's not all over, but you would say that's a big dent in our title race, or title challenge now. But look at that. Last day of the season, we're taking on Chelsea. That has title decider written all over it. Right, let's see how we get on against Brighton. Hopefully we can get back on form. Okay, a few changes for the match against Brighton. Because it's already sort of in the bag, I wanted to try out a few things. We've put Chevalier on the right-hand side. Mora will start through the middle. Danny Patterson, therefore, drops in behind the striker. And Donadell replaces Lewis Skelly. Chamadeo returns along with Alan Murphy in goal. So, here we go then. 5-0 up, as I say, so it should be a chance to get back into some sort of form. But Brighton are a good side. You know, I think they're, ninth in the Premier League or something like that. You know, they're decently placed, so it's not going to be a walkover. But fingers crossed we can at least get the victory. Here's Gallic on the ball. Gallic on the ball, gets it forward. Hopefully it won't be a comeback. And there's a good ball forward. This could be the start of the comeback, and it is. Masudi with the own goal. And I was saying how well Masudi has done at centre-back, but own goal in this game to start off. The pass that led to the Leeds United equaliser in the last game. Maybe I'm being a little bit too kind. Here he is now, though. Masudi trying to make up for it. Maatsen on this left-hand side. Whips it in, and there is Mora. Ekedy Mora sticks it in to the back of the net. 14th goal of the season for him. Makes it 6-1 on aggregate. 1-1 on the night. And that's what we like to see. Right, let's encourage the boys. They don't like being encouraged because they're already 6-1 up. It's a little bit annoying, but never mind. It's fine. We'll praise the boys instead then. Yes, they're very happy with that. Bless them. They just wanted a little bit of praise, eh? Play better then. Right, 15 minutes to go. in this first half. Trip to Wembley beckons, and a chance to hold on to our trophy. Here's Chevalier into the middle, and Sione hits the post twice there. How on earth he hasn't scored, I really don't know, but that was a beautiful cross from Chevalier. And if he can score goals from there as well, that might be the position to play him in, even though his preferred position is a striker. You know, if he can be a creative force and Mora can be in the team as well, we're a force to be reckoned with. But you've got to think Gressman has got a lot to say about that as well. We've just got so many good players in attacking positions, and if we can replicate that in the defensive positions, we are going to dominate. It's fair to say. Right, let's praise the boys. But it's 1-1 right now. Aston Villa 3-0 up in the Premier League. Just having a little look at that. Southampton are beating Everton as well. Cardozo with a hat-trick. Right, let's bring on Lewis Skelly. What else can we do? We're going to bring on Bontonali. We're going to bring on Gressman. A little bit disappointed in Chevalier that he hasn't shown you all what he's made of. I think he will be an amazing player. I hope he's not going to be another Canati, but at the very least, 21.5 million. We will easily get £80 million for him. If the worst comes to the worst. But I think it's just a little bit of settling down. But Coutinho, putting him in, you know, that's almost guaranteeing you a goal in the last few minutes. Bring Brody Hughes on. Had a terrible game last time out, but hopefully he can see out this one. Donadell gets it to Maatsen. Here's a Bontonali now. Bontonali back to Maatsen. Bontonali into the middle. There's Mora. Hits the post. So it looks like after all the build-up of winning 9 consecutive matches and all of that, it looks like we're going to win neither match in today's episode. But at least the job was done in the first leg, and we are through to the final of the Carabao Cup once again, and will have a chance to win again. And it looks like Chelsea have beaten Liverpool in their match, so let's see when all of that's going to take place. Here we go. We book our Wembley place. Brilliant. And that's going to be on the 19th of Feb, so that's very, very close, actually. So we've got just the one match in between episodes, which will be the Liverpool 4th round of the FA Cup, and then we'll play Chelsea and Tottenham in tomorrow's episode as we look to win consecutive Carabao Cup finals. If you have enjoyed that, give it a massive thumbs up down below, subscribe for daily Football Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.